Hey guys, welcome back. Vegas Top Dogs YouTube channel update. We're ready to rock and roll with our Christmas holiday edition, NFL, college football. Me and Sniper Wes, we're ready to rock and roll and bring you more winners. Once again, put a few extra presents under that Christmas tree this week. Wes, thanks for joining me once again.
Absolutely. I have the leg lamp lit up right behind me. It's a Christmas Story. Christmas Story, pretty underrated Christmas movie. It's probably in my top 5. Home Alone's always great, and I know it's kind of like a kid's movie, but every time I watch it, I just crack up. It's fantastic. They actually, on Saturday Night Live, they did a skit about Home Alone and what really happened. And you should watch. You know what? I'll send it to you on YouTube. But for the viewers, right, if you Google Saturday Night Live or YouTube, whatever, SNL, Home Alone, what really happened, it's a hilarious 2-minute video. So I'd highly recommend checking it out.
Is it old or is it from this past?
No, it's from 3 days ago. It's from we're shooting this. Yeah, we're shooting this on Monday, so it's from 2 days ago as of when we're shooting it. It was hilarious. You should. I'll send it to you.
Sounds good. We're ready to bring you some winners, guys. You can see the sun, like 2 weeks in a row. Right when we started the video, the sun finds a way to creep right through my blinds here and blind me for the video. But hey, we'll keep the winners coming. I know last week we did well with our video plays. Player prop won again with Justin Herbert over. It's early in the week. The player props are not out yet, but I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll come back later in the week, and down in the comments, I'll add 1 or 2 player props for this weekend. I know a lot of people enjoy those for the NFL action. Wes, why don't you start us off? We have a Christmas Eve game and the Hawaii Bowl. Then we have 3 NFL on Christmas Day. I know you like one of them. What are you looking at?
Well, looking at the Chiefs and the Broncos here, this game is in Kansas City. The weather is not going to be terrible. There is going to be a little bit of wind, but there's no snow or anything like that. Actually, I think it's only in the 50s or something, so it's pretty good football weather. It'll be interesting, though, Tony. Like I said, we shoot this on Monday for the games on Thursday and the weekend. But Kansas, as of about 30 minutes ago, as we shoot this, the Kansas City Chiefs have announced they are moving from Kansas City, Missouri, across state line to Kansas, basically like 10 miles, I think, right across state line. They're doing this for, tax purposes, revenue purposes. Obviously, they need a new stadium, and the stadium deal they are getting from Kansas is more lucrative than Missouri. So, it could be a lot of pissed off fans. Be interesting to see the dynamic there. But, by the way, that's going to happen in 2030. I think their Arrowhead lease expires in 2030. So we still get 5 years of Kansas City, Missouri Chiefs football. But I like the under in this game. Total set very low for a reason, 36.5. Why is it set that low? Because the Denver Broncos defense is very, very good, although they did just get routed by Jacksonville last week. But, normally they've been fantastic all year. Obviously with the Chiefs, no Mahomes, no Minshew. Minshew, tore his ACL as well, or his Achilles. I forget which one, but he's gone. So I had no idea who the Chiefs are starting, and I still don't think that the Chiefs know who they are starting on Thursday, to be honest with you. I went and looked at their roster, and Chris Oladokin is their third-string quarterback listed. I have no idea who that dude is. I probably maybe should have Googled him and see where he played, but I don't really care because I think this game's going under. He is going to struggle. Somebody who's never really played a down of regular season football. And they're throwing them to the Wolves, to the Denver Broncos, one of the best defenses in the game. And Denver, they can score, but I just think it's a situation where they get up. I mean, I get the spread's 13. It's all, they're supposed to win by 2 touchdowns, which they probably could. They can cover that number pretty easily, I think. But I just think it's a situation where they get up, 20. It's like 20-7, maybe 20-10. They run the clock out. I think it's going to be a boring game, but boring games are fine when you take unders, right? Money's money. It's all green at the end of the day. And I take the under 36.5 between the Broncos and Chiefs on Christmas evening.
I know that's a late game, 8:15 Eastern kickoff. You said the weather looks good, so I know it could get cold this time of the year.
Yeah, it's decent. Not much wind, maybe 50 degrees. So good football weather.
Yeah, I lean towards the under. Both defenses are good, and like you said, Kansas City doesn't have a quarterback. Probably a lot of screen passes, a lot of running the ball. So I could see an under play there. All right, moving ahead to my selection. It goes on Saturday. We're going to go with the Pinstripe Bowl. It's on Saturday, December 27th at 12 noon Eastern, early kickoff. Penn State at Clemson. Clemson is -3. Total is 48.5. And I think, this Clemson defense, time off. I think they'll be prepared for Penn State. Their linebacking core is very good. Their defense is very good. They kept 3 of their last 4 opponents to 14 points or less. So the defense for Clemson did finish the season strong. Penn State offense is very inconsistent. They're with their backup quarterback. Both defenses are good on third down, so it gets the offense off the field. Also, chilly and a good chance of snow. This game is being played at Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, so it's going to be cold. There's a chance of snow Friday and Saturday in New York. This is a baseball field. It always gets sloppy, it seems like, when football teams play on it. I think this is going to lead to an underplay. It's pretty high, 48.5, but I think we're going to see this one stay under the total here between Penn State and Clemson in this early kickoff, 12 noon Eastern on Friday. Is it Friday? Saturday.
Yeah. These teams have never played each other, which I'm surprised. Obviously, ACC and Big Ten, but yeah, they have. It says head to head, they've never played each other, not even in a playoff or anything. So, very interesting. Yeah, when games are played on baseball fields or whatnot. You know what I always like? I like when the hockey games. I think they do it on New Year's Day when the hockey teams play at baseball or football stadiums. It's always very entertaining to watch.
Yeah, especially if it's snowing.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
All right, what do you got for your second game? I know you're looking at a bowl game for the weekend.
Yeah, so we are going to – this will be on Friday morning, the day after Christmas, December 26th. I think it's at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is Northwestern and Central Michigan. This is the Game Above Sports Bowl, which is being played at Ford Field in Detroit where the Lions play. This used to be the Quick Lane Bowl for years, if you remember, but I guess they got bought out by Game Above Sports Bowl, which means that money always talks, right? But it is kind of funny. These two teams, they're mirror images of each other. They both want to run the ball here. They're number 60 and 61 in rush yards per game in the nation. And Northwestern, they scored 22 a game. Central Michigan, they scored 23 a game. Both teams have fantastic defenses. They both have exactly the same game plan that they want to do to each other. Even, the two head coaches in their press conferences for this bowl, David Braun of Northwestern and Matt Drinkle of CMU, they both said that, looking at this other team is like looking in the mirror. It's like they play exactly the same way we do, right? But all that being said, man, I mean, you have Northwestern out of the Big Ten against Central Michigan out of the MAC. And Northwestern, their competition has been a lot tougher than Central Michigan because, you have the MAC and the Big Ten here. Northwestern, if you remember, they hung tough versus Illinois. They beat Penn State. I know we were just talking about Penn State, and I get that Penn State was down this year, with James Franklin and everything. But, they still beat Penn State. There's something to be said for that. And also, they almost beat Michigan. They only lost by 2 points to Michigan. So, all those teams, Michigan, Penn State, Illinois, they would all probably crush CMU, in my opinion. So you got to lay 10.5 here. It's a lot of points. I get it. But, Northwestern, pretty good team. Preston Stone, he's a fifth-year senior quarterback, transfer from SMU. He wants to go out on top, and Northwestern's going to want to run the ball. I think it's Northwestern here. I think they win this by 2 touchdowns or more. Give me the Northwestern Wildcats here in the Game Above Sports Bowl.
All right, good stuff. So, yeah, a lot of action. We have 3 games Christmas Day. We have bowl games Friday, and we have bowl games Saturday. There's 8 of them on Saturday. Then a full slate of NFL. We have also, I think there's 1 game in the NFL on Saturday as well, the Texans and Chargers. So a lot of action this week, guys. Be sure to visit VegasTopDogs.com. It's an exciting time of the year between the college bowls, NFL. We have some, key NBA games, college basketball, hockey, a lot of action. Check out the premium plays. We have a lot of hot handicappers, VegasTopDogs.com. Also, give us a like, subscribe, thumbs up here on the video. That's all we ask. Like, subscribe, thumbs up. You'll be notified each and every time a new video release comes out. I know Wes will be traveling for the holidays. We'll have another guest handicapper on next week to share their college and NFL picks throughout the week. Wes, before I get to my final selection, hope you enjoy your Christmas and holidays. And, I appreciate you coming on here each and every week and, sharing your knowledge with all the sports fans here.
Yeah, my pleasure. Hopefully we made you guys some money and, happy to do it again next year. Love doing these videos here with you, Tony, and making the people some money. That's why we're all here. They're all here watching a sports handicapping video because they want to make money. And hopefully that's what we have done for the viewers.
Absolutely. Hey, my final pick, I know you had them last week on the video, the New England Patriots. That was your big pick Sunday night on the video over the Ravens. Well, I like him again this week. You got to lay the high number, 13, but they're 11-3. Best team in the AFC. They're taking on mere opposite team of the Jets, 3-11. They're struggling. Drake May's playing great. I mean, he's just playing lights out. 25 TD passes, only 8 interceptions. The offense is very explosive, a lot of weapons here. I just think they're not going to be looking ahead here. I think New England comes in, blows out the Jets at the Meadowlands. The Jets are a mess. They just lost to the Saints last week. They look terrible. Patriots won the first matchup by 13 points. I think they're playing even better now than they did in that first matchup. I think the Jets are playing worse. So, with number 1 seed on the line for the AFC, they're better in all phases of the game, better coached. I think the Patriots roll in this one by 17 to 24 points. Give me the Patriots on this 1 p.m. Eastern kickoff on Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, they're not going to be short of motivation, but the deal here, too, is they play in the morning on Sunday. The Bills, who they are neck and neck with because, both teams have beat each other, and they have the same identical record, I believe. By the way, they barely beat Cleveland yesterday. That was kind of embarrassing. But the Bills play after the Patriots. So, the Patriots are not going to know whether the Bills have won or lost, and they're playing the Eagles. So, it's going to be a really good game.
All right.
So, that might give New England even more motivation because they have no idea what's going to happen in that game. And if Buffalo does win that game, which they are favored by 2.5, New England has to win this game. And they probably want to put their foot on the Jets' throat. The Jets look terrible, man. I watched that game against the Saints yesterday. They had some guy named Cook, the quarterback in. I have no idea who he was, but he was it was terrible. It was almost unwatchable. So.
Yeah, I think they pretty much packed it in. 2 games left. I can't see them getting motivated to take on the Patriots in this one.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, guys. Wes, thanks for tuning in. Guys, thanks for tuning in. Any comments on any other games down below, please add them in the comment box. And like I said, I'll come back later in the week and give a few player props for the weekend right here down below the video. So be sure to check back and check out the red hot player props here, VegasTopDogs.com. Wes, enjoy your Christmas. Merry Christmas. And we'll talk to you again in a few weeks.
Absolutely. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, Tony. And remember, if you ever get your kid a BB gun for Christmas, just be careful because you might shoot his eye out.
Don't shoot your eye out. As always, good luck and be a winner.